Shalom. This is 1Ezra chapter 2, starting at verse 1. In the first year of Cyrus, king of the Persians, the word of Yah, that the word of Yah might be accomplished, that he had promised by the mouth of Yah. Yah raised up the spirit of Cyrus, the king of Persians, and he made a proclamation throughout all his kingdom, and also by writing, saying, Thus saith Cyrus, king of Persians, Yah of Israel, the Most High Yah, hath made me king of the whole world, and commanded me to build him a house at Jerusalem in Yahudia. If therefore there be any of you that are of his people, let Yah, even his Yah, be with him, and let him go up to Jerusalem, that is Yahudia, and build the house of Yah of Israel. For he is Yah that dwelleth in Jerusalem. Whosoever then dwell in the places about, let them help him, those I say, that are his neighbors, with gold and with silver, with gifts, with horses, with cattle, with other things which have been set forth by vow, for the temple of Yah at Jerusalem. Then the chief of the families of Yahudia and of the tribe of Benjamin stood up, the priests also, the Levites, and all they whose mind Yah had moved to go up and built an house for Yah at Jerusalem. Verse 9. And they that dwelt round about them helped them in all things with silver and gold, with horses and cattle, and with very many free gifts of a great number whose minds were stirred up thereto. Verse 10. King Cyrus also brought forth the Kodesh vessels which Nebuchadnezzar had carried away from Jerusalem and had set up in his temple of idols. Now, when Cyrus, king of Persians, had brought them forth, he delivered them to the Mithridates, his treasurer. And by him they were delivered to Sanballat, the governor of Yahudia. This was the number of them, 1,000 golden cups, and 1,000 of silver, censers of silver, 29 vials of gold, 30, and of silver 2,410, and thousands of vessels. So all the vessels of gold and of silver which were carried away were 5,403 score and 9. These were brought back by Sanballat, or Sanballat, together with them of the captivity from Babylon to Jerusalem. Verse 16. But in the time of Artaxerxes, king of the Persians, Belamus and Mithridates and Tabalias and Rathumus and Beeltephumus and Semelius, the secretary, with others that were in commission with them, dwelling in Shomron and other places, wrote to him against them that dwelt in Yahudia and Jerusalem. These letters follow. Verse 17. To King Artaxerxes, our master, thy servants Rathumus, the story writer, and Semelius, the scribe, and the rest of the council, and the judges that are in Seleucia and Phoenice. Be it now known to the master king that the Yahudim that are up from you to us being come to Jerusalem that rebellious and wicked city do build the marketplaces, and repair the walls of it, and do lay the foundations of the temple. Now, if this city and the walls thereof be made up again, they will not only refuse to give tribute, but also rebel against kings. And for as much as the things pertaining to the temple are now in hand, we think it meet not to neglect such a matter. Verse 21. But to speak unto our master the king, to the intent that if it be thy pleasure, it may be sought out in the books of thy fathers. And thou shalt find in the chronicles what is written concerning these things, and shalt understand that the city was rebellious, troubling both kings and cities, and that the Yahudim were rebellious, and raised always wars therein, for the which cause even this city was made desolate. Wherefore now we do declare unto thee, O master the king, that if this city be built again, and the walls thereof set up anew, thou shalt from henceforth have no passage into Cilicia and Phoenicia. Then the king wrote back again to Rathumus, the story writer, and to Biltathumus, to Semelius, the scribe, and to the rest that were in commission and dwellers in Shumaron and Syria and Phoenice after this manner. 26. I have read the epistle which you have sent unto me. Therefore I command to make diligent search, and it hath been found that the city was from the beginning practicing against kings, and the men therein were given to rebellion and war, and that mighty kings and fierce were in Jerusalem to reign, and exacted tributes in Cilicia and Phoenice. Now therefore I have commanded to hinder those men from building the city, and heed to be taken that there be no more done in it, and that those wicked workers proceed no further to the annoyance of kings. Then King Artaxerxes, his letter being read, Rathumus and Semelius, the scribe, and the rest that were in the commission with them, removing in haste towards Jerusalem with the troop of horsemen, and a multitude of people in battle array, began to hinder the builders, and the building of the temple in Jerusalem ceased until the second year of the reign of Darius, the king of the Persians. This concludes chapter 2 of 1 Ezra.